Good afternoon, fellow TBCians all over the world. I greet you in the name of TBC, who is the Billion Coin community. My name is Emmanuel Mdiniswa. I am coming once to you live today on Monday afternoon in the Republic of South Africa. The time is 1500 hours according to our South African time. And today is the 15th of October, 2018. Dear fellow TBCians, I would love to express my excitement once again to partake in this wonderful cryptocurrency called the Billion Coin. Now, today I have thought of going back to the old blogs, the old updates in our TBC admin. And I would love to share 2 or 3 important blogs. Especially, I'm doing this to cover up for newly signed members and even those members who were there before us. I'm trying to hook them back into the Billion Coin through my broadcast these days. Before I continue, today's topic is about artificial scarcity. I would like to remind my fellow TBCians that scarcity is called artificial because it is man-propelled, it is man-made. The sufferings that we encounter nowadays as masses of the world are because of the system which has made the point that most of us end up accepting scarcity as a way of life. When you look at scarcity, there are things that scarcity causes or affect us in one way or another. If I can look at my list here, the first cause of scarcity is hunger. If we have lack, of course, hunger is going to come in. Diseases is also coming in. Wars also is coming in, affecting us. You won't have peace if people are living a life of artificial scarcity. Also, isolation is one of the factors that is influenced by scarcity. Poverty is also one of the main issues that is affecting us today. And inferiority complex also comes in as one of the factors that is being that comes from artificial scarcity. There are so many things here, especially also this thing of dependency to depend upon our local governments. It is because we have been doctrined, we have been channeled to accept scarcity upon our lives. Yet we forget that God, when God created a human being, he made it a point that a human being must be created in his own image. And God never brought us in this world so that we are going to experience issues of scarcity. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I continue, I would love to start by reading the TBC mission statement so that even those newly signed members can understand exactly what is the mission of the Billion Coin. Now, I would love to share with you one aspect here concerning the mission statement of the Billion Coin. I'm going to read it from the blog here. It's an old mission statement which was actually posted on the 13th of May 2016. Since you know that our Billion Coin was established on the 21st of March 2016. So the mission statement article goes as this. Our mission is to serve one another with love and respect and use the Billion Coin to lift humanity out of hunger, poverty, and misery. May the scales of the ignorance fall from each that we touch. And may they each embrace a life full of abundance and prosperity as they accept our offer of free membership within the Billion Coin community. That within it, they can enjoy all the benefits of using a completely decentralized cryptocurrency that truly respects the financial privacy of each that use it. It's within our powers to bring in the merchants of all kinds from every corner of the earth to accept TBC for payment for their goods and services. May the Billion Coin reach its full potential one day when the community grows to 1 billion verified members, locking the ultimate price of TBC to 1 billion euros per coin. Our mission is great. Our mission is good. May each of us do our part to fulfill it. This is the mission statement, ladies and gentlemen, that is being, you can even read it from the blog and make means to understand how our mission statement is. The mission is clear. It is to eradicate or to end poverty globally. All nations of the world must unite together and become TBC members. Who adopts this mission statement and takes it seriously so that we are able to register 1 billion, to have 1 billion people registering into the Billion community. And to further explain myself today, I want to dwell on the issue of, I want to dwell on the issue of artificial scarcity as well. Let me cross over to the next topic, which I want to share with you this very moment. We shall look at the blog. I will choose to talk about scarcity. Where is it? There it is, scarcity. This is also, scarcity is artificial. Come alive, come live, come live a life of abundance. This is an article which was also posted on the 2nd of April 2016. As I have said, my main objective is to bring about all members so that they can understand this issue of scarcity, because we have been subjected to believe that scarcity is a way of life. Let me read from the blog, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever said the whole game of life is rigged? Your suspicions are correct. Have you ever suspected that the whole game of life is rigged? Your suspicions are correct. This video, there's a video here. If you can go to the blog on your own, under the heading, Scarcity is Artificial, Come Alive. I won't go to the video now, but I'm inviting you on your own as a member of the Billion Coin, even if you're a new person who is getting my message, please click on the video and hear for yourself what the video says. But for me, I'm going to read only what the admin has written for us. This video may be short, but it says a whole lot. Here is what it says. I quote, 2016 is said to be a more unequal world than ever before. For the first time, the richest 1% of the population will enjoy a greater share of global wealth than the other 99%. Now, this statement comes from the people that bring you, the Economist, a publisher that caters to the 1% elite of the world. You see, if you are like most people, the contents of this video makes you very upset. And not out of jealousy, but because this is so unfair. You are being ripped off, and not just in a financial sense. Your time, your energy, and efforts have been exploited. It seems like the evil people that set up this whole system are not even satisfied with what they already have. Seems like they won't stop spreading artificial scarcity until they also possesses your soul too. Alarming. It goes on to say, unfortunately, most people have literally been brainwashed into believing that scarcity is normal, as I have said, and acceptable. It's not. It's completely not. Artificial is not normal, and we should not accept it. This is the high time where we should actually deny it, reject it. How to do it? By accepting the billion coin, because the billion coin is the only coin with a mandate to end poverty throughout the globe. Okay, let me read on. The most natural thing is abundance, and the humanity is being robbed of all of their dreams and aspirations. Can you relate to that? If by now you have no idea what I'm talking about, then the elite have succeeded in your case in keeping you in the dark, completely unaware of what's really happening. You see, if you don't believe this, then you have been brainwashed for a long time. This is the very first post here towards educating you. And I really don't want to spend a lot of time talking about the problem. I would rather talk about the solution. The billion coin. The billion coin. Let me highlight it. The billion coin is an answer for the masses. It has been designed to be an easy and a simple solution to lift the poor out of poverty in just a matter of a few short months. Now, you may not consider yourself to be poor right now, but let's face it, you are not a billionaire, right? Would you like to be a billionaire? Most would immediately say no to that question. And once again, that would be another example of the mind control and conditioning you are under. The truth is, you don't need a billion to be happy. But if you had a billion, you would have the power to also make a lot of others very happy, right? Of course. How can we return the world to a state of abundance and prosperity? We have to change everyone's minds. It's the only way. It's the only way. When everyone believes in abundance and prosperity for all, that's when it will happen. There are many info warriors out there doing the best they can to spread awareness, but not much has changed for the better. Motivating people to wake up, motivating people to wake up is not an easy thing to do. Perhaps if there was a $1 billion incentive to wake up to the good life, maybe that would work. Well, the billion coin begins that experiment. All you need potentially is just one TBC coin to someday become a billionaire, because that is the highest the price will ever go for this coin based on the software formula driving the price of it. You are very fortunate if you found this when the TBC coin was only about a penny. That is, if you joined TBC from 2016, it was of that value. No matter what you paid for your TBC coins, you are in a position to become very wealthy over time. Just owning these TPC coins is not enough to become wealthy. The truth is, education is required to become wealthy, and that is what this section of the website is dedicated to deliver to you at no additional cost. But if you don't take the time needed to get this education, then you will be doomed to make the mistakes that comes from being uneducated. Knowledge is power. Wealthy people are not lazy, but a lot of poor people are very lazy. This is a very serious statement. So it is up to you. Do you truly want to be wealthy, or are you okay just the way you are? The choice is yours. Choose wisely. It goes on to say, is there a voice inside you that says you have a lot to offer? Does it say that you do have an unfulfilled purpose? Does it say that you better hurry? A wasted life is a shame. You don't matter. Never let anyone steal your dreams from you, ever. Live free, live good, and take charge of your own life and make it meaningful. I hope all of your dreams come true, and I hope the Billion Coin gives you the extra means to make it happen. This is what we get here from this blog. Let us read it time and again. Let us also have time to go to this video and listen to it. It is going to make us understand. It's sort of empowering us. It's sort of educating us as the masses of the Billion Coin. Without education, we will always be robbed and be rigged. There's this article also. Let me just click here and see what happens after the stake is sold. Okay, let me check something for you here. Maybe I might pick up something that is almost close to what I'm saying. What happens after all the stake is sold? All right, this is the other information which you can access on your own. Read it. Let me just see here. What does this entails? It says I was marked for death before I was even born, and so were you. What I mean is there is a plan to kill 80% of the people on planet Earth so that the elite can rule over 500 million people that will remain. In order for them to achieve this horrific goal, they needed to control every aspect of everyone's life from cradle to grave and brainwash everyone into believing in the idea of scarcity. You see, they created scarcity. That's why we call it artificial scarcity. Right now, most of you reading this article still act like you believe in scarcity. I want to encourage you to drop that belief and start believing in abundance and prosperity for all. This is a very strong contribution here that admin is giving to us. That's why I love reading the blog always, because they are really empowering. It goes to say, do you think abundance is tied to money? It is not. It is tied to the earth. The next time you take a plane and travel for at least 3 hours over land, get a window seat and watch the earth below you. You will notice this, that from almost any point on earth, 70% of your grip of your trip, you will see nothing but raw land, completely empty of human life. So the argument that there is too many of us is just not true. Even if there were 10 billion humans on Earth, it would still be mostly empty of human life. Every substance and element needed to sustain human life is abundant on the Earth. This is a fact. They want you to believe that there is not enough food to feed everyone. Once again, this is not true. Study the facts and not the brainwashing propaganda. The elite know that if they can control your mind, then they can control you. They would debate that there is not enough raw materials on the earth to deliver a car or a computer or a cell phone to everyone that wants those things. Untrue. Hope you get the point by now. It goes on to say, ladies and gentlemen, the billion coin was created to change people's minds. You see? It's just a tool to change the minds of everyone to accept the fact that abundant living is sustainable, while artificial scarcity naturally burns itself out and is far from sustainable. Look at the current result. 1% of the world population in 2016 owns 99% of all the wealth on the earth and in the form of money. Just imagine 1%. That means that 99% of all the people have to share only 1% of all the money in the world. Do you really think that is sustainable? No way. Some of you keep asking for an exchange for the billion coin. The elite created the idea and system of exchanges to rob the people of their wealth. And that is why most people that use exchanges lose money and then blame it on the market. It is a giant shell game, and that is why it is so confusing for most people. Rob people through confusion. You would never guess that your loss is their gain. Of course, your loss is their gain. I am sure there will be an exchange set up for the billion coin, but it must be customized to embrace our abundance-based currency with no losers. The billion coin is the most valuable asset on earth right now. What else on earth is increasing in value at a rate of 5% a day? There is nothing like that, nothing else, only the billion coin. Now, that was a long introduction to the question of what happens after all the stake is sold. But what I'm about to show you will shock you. And I just wanted you to understand that we need to make this happen because our lives depend on this working. They want to kill us, but they can't kill an idea. Ideas spread, they go viral. Let me go further until here, if time still allows me. Since most people act like abundance is tied to money, let's create a vast abundance of so much money that it will wake people up to the reality of how things really are and put away all of the foolishness that produces wars, famine, diseases. In other words, there are tools needed to kill most of us. The true power is on our side, because we outnumber them 100 to 1. The billion coin is money, the people's money, made to lift up all of humanity, starting with you. As you can already see, the billion coin spreads fast and is destined to be used by at least 1 billion people with the mission to end poverty globally. Simply put, once all of the stake is sold out, we will then put our attention on mining the other half of the billion coin. Ladies and gentlemen, I think let me go as far as motivating you as far as that point so far. That point so far. I wanted to bring this to your attention that we need to take the billion coin a step further. We need to come to our senses. We need to understand where we are heading to, and we need to understand our role as TPCians. We need also to understand the mind of the elites. Because if we don't see ahead and we don't know who is our opponent, we won't win the war. So that is why I want us to reflect on the blog on such articles, because such articles, they are going to wash away all the brainwash. We have been brainwashed for too long. We were made to believe in scarcity, and yet today we have got a cryptocurrency, TPC, a very good application, which is going to rid us of poverty, sickness, wars, isolation. And we are the majority. We cannot be, we can no longer afford to be detected terms by a few. If we come together, we are the majority. If we come together as divisions and drive the massive growth campaign and be positive about it and change our mindset and stop lamenting and take whatever tools have been designed for us by admin. Maybe it might even not take us 2 years to reach the billion mark. Let us go and read this blog once again, because it is worthy empowering. It is worthy informative. It is only the truth. It has got the facts. It will actually redirect us and reposition us. It will motivate each one of us. We are talking about an abundance lifestyle. TPC is the only cryptocurrency with that mission and vision. Remember, TPC has got a mission of creating a billion membership in its economy. And within that economy, 1 million members are going to be billionaires. And 1 billion members will be millionaires. Let us read this blog once again and again and again and again. Repeatedly. Let's go to the blog and read even the old blogs. They are so much informative. Even if you're an old member of the Billion Code, let us get used, go back and refresh our minds. Go back and see where we are missing the point. We are a blessed nation. Just imagine the day when we are going to have 1 billion registered members in TPC. What a wonderful celebration that would be. Fellow TPCians all over the world, let us embrace what the TPC admin is giving to us. Let us get behind everything. Together, we can make things happen, but divided we fall. And we outnumber the number of those people who are called the elites. This is what I wanted to share with you this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, because time is always against me, or is always against us. But I think reading this blog once again on your own will help you. It's going to empower us. Let us not be defeated by the few. We are the many. We are the 99%. We are all suffering. We have suffered enough. The system has been detecting terms for us. So it is high time we adopt the billion coin as a living currency. If we can follow the TP system every day and change our mindset, there is nothing which is going to stop us from achieving a 1 billion registered members, because our coin is simply attached to membership growth. That's the difference with TPC. That is the difference with TPC, between TPC and other coins. We are a coin which is motivated by the membership growth. And we have got the membership agreement. You can still read it on your own. I hope, dear fellow TPCians all over the world, that this message is going to aid and help a lot in making us to understand ourselves, get rid of the fears, get rid of the inferiority complex amongst us. Fellow Tibetan, fellow Africans, I would love to go as far as this today. I would love to meet you again in my next broadcast. When I come again, we shall be sharing more and more and more from the admin. Once again, I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world, for taking your time. If you need to contact with me or to connect with me, feel free to connect with me through my email address. My email is emmanuelmdeniswa@gmail.com. Let us stay focused. Let us pull together in one direction. Let us motivate each other. Let us also help the elderly people, because we have elderly people who joined the Billion Coin during the time when it was introduced. Let us bring all those orphans which are left behind. Let us treat each other with love, respect, dignity. Because if you look at the Billion Coin is displaying love. The Billion Coin is displaying what we call Ubuntu in our native Zulu language. Let us embrace it. We need one another. We need each other. Let us help each other. Let us get behind all the promotions that TPC is giving us for us to achieve an abundance lifestyle. We only have to follow the system, or we all have to understand what TPC is, and we need to understand what TPC is not. TPC, as I have said always, is a currency on its own. TPC is the bank on its own. We can always cash flow at any time because we've got kringlers on our wallets, on our TPC 009 wallets. If you don't understand, look for someone who will assist you. There are leaders out there who are doing a great job. And always in my broadcast, I always remember them. I always pay my homage, my respect to leaders who are working hard to help us, not even forgetting other broadcasters who are doing a wonderful job to assist us understand. We've got a million list of broadcasters now. You can as well choose any one of them, listen to them, follow them, because you will never know how to do things properly unless you have got a coach, unless you have got someone, a mentor. If you prefer to follow me, do so. Go to the blog, listen to my videos. They will always entertain you and help you to understand the mission and the vision of the Billion Coin. Ladies and gentlemen, I respect you all now. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for listening to me. We shall be seeing each other once again. Let us meet each other in the blog. I thank you. May God bless you. Amen.